Hey, I just wanted to add a little warning at the start here. There's gonna be like an actual character that voices homophobia in this audio. It's gonna be very, in some ways, very subtle, and eventually, not so subtle. So, if you want to skip all the main parts of this, go into the comment section, and you'll be given a bit more of an idea of, I'm gonna pin a comment that's going to say what the main stuff that more happens in that section is, and skip to this time code for you to get past all those sections so you can get a bit more of an idea of what's happening. Because it is going to be leading into the next audio, unlike the last two, which have had some time skips. This one is leading directly into the next audio. So just make sure you're not confused. Please watch the end part. Um, anyway, that's all. In case you can't watch like homophobia due to trauma reasons or any other triggers, that's totally fine. You'll get a bit more of a summary, and hopefully, I do a good enough job that you can keep watching the series going forward. There's going to be one more talk about this character, one more reveal that's going to happen with this character in the future. So do keep in mind that this character is important, but I most likely won't be writing any other homophobia stuff. If that changes, I'll make another content warning like this. So don't worry, you're not going to get jump scared. Anyway, that's all. Hopefully you girls enjoy the rest of the audio. So, she'll be here soon. Are you ready, my little murderer? I will say, this is exciting. This is the first time you're meeting her, I believe, right? There's been no timey-wimey bullshit, I think, that's happened yet. Hmm, good. That means both of us don't really know what's gonna happen next. I wonder how she's been doing. It's been a few days that she's had to, fucking mull with the fact that I actually do have a girlfriend. Hmm. No, you know the difference. One of them is a pure hypothetical you don't really think is ever going to happen. The other one's now a reality, a corruption, or some bullshit. So, I am kind of looking forward to what her reaction's gonna be. Yeah, don't worry. It's unlikely, I think, that she'll let the mask slip, but you will have to be ready for her being very passive aggressive. Don't worry, though. After all, you have to deal with creatures like me one day, so I'm sure that dealing with a mere civilian, no matter how rich, should be easy for you, right? Anywho, you are going to have to go talk to her. I think she's here. Oh, you're the one that's my daughter's partner, right? Oh, yes, I wanted to double check. It was such a short meeting. Apologies for that, by the way. Business calls and all that. I'm sure you. Well, actually, if I recall, you wouldn't understand. You are still going to, some school or some sort, right? Oh, yes. Then you wouldn't truly understand how important the business cards are. No fault of your own. You're also getting to. What was it again? Hmm. Well, that is an art that's going on quite a lot. Um, how aware are you of, well, of the current market of rune crafting? Well, it is quite a busy enterprise. So many people are trying to get into it, and there are only so many limited spots in it. If you ever need a backup plan or something of the sort, I am truly willing to aid you. Mother. Oh, now, my dear daughter, Chio would be, temporarily part of the family, so it's no skin off my back in case I were to give her a little bit of aid. I think that you would make a lovely barista. You definitely have the face for it. Fucking. Mom, can you please fucking stop? What? Complimenting your girlfriend. She's quite attractive. Better catch than I would ever expect you to have, honestly. You unexpectedly make me proud. So, if you ever have any difficulty, you can just call me. I'm sure that you'll be able to have an easy type of way to do so. Yes. Um, anyway, how did you, to meet to become this? Well, Mom, I believe I sent you a message completely talking about it. You're not able to see it. Oh, I'm sure it got lost somewhere. So, you know, tell me, why did these escapades, uh, led you towards this current situation? Well, we met over at the, one of those horror parks. You know the ones, Mom. Um, and I got a little scare from her, and then she helped me, back up. Hmm, what's the location that did this? I would have to inform them. After all, they need to do some safety procedures, and that is breaking character, so it is important to make sure that, other violations like that aren't the case. She no longer works there, Mother, so you don't need to worry about trying to filing a complaint. Oh, well, my lovely daughter, I wouldn't be filing a complaint. After all, I just would be doing type of renovation about the, safety procedures. That's all. So, doing a double check on that would definitely be still advisory. After all, my daughter almost got hurt. So, I do have to take a little bit of an interest in, the records or something of the sort. Of course, Mom. Totally nuts. That way you can go over and look into somebody's past more and pick up some extra details. Right, Mom? After all, that's illegal. You totally would never do that. My, you've gotten a tongue on you. Going over and trying to claim that I've committed crimes. Well, do you want the magical girl to come over and smite me? My daughter. Never, Mother. I'm just reminding you that you need to be a little bit more careful in what you're doing. You truly have grown more, my dear daughter. Hmm, such disobedience. Well, did you meet her in the last 2 months? Oh, that would explain it then. So she's the reason that you finally grew a spine. Hmm? Will you admit it, Mother? That you kept me from being able to grow? Well, most women, especially one of the sort like you, don't need something like that. It's not my fault that you were born imperfect. So, doing some correctional work was required, no? That's what you call it, Mom? My, what a saint you are. I'm glad you agree, my lovely daughter. Hmm, what? I'm talking to her, not you. So, keep yourself quiet unless you're spoken to. Don't worry, I got this. You think you can handle me now, my dear daughter? My, oh my, what radical changes you've had in the last few months in your attitude. You know, it would be such a shame if something were to break that again, right? What the hell could you do now, Mom? After all, I don't want to live with you. Hmm, well, that could easily be arranged. After all, buying a house would be quaint. And I believe you live in a apartment complex of some sort. Or just few deals or a little bit of pressure. It's easy to buy out such things. After all, I would need to make sure that my daughter is well taken care of. Hmm? After all, being filled with degeneracy or different types of issues. Well, I'd rather my daughter not get any type of health problems, right? So, making sure to sanitize and clear up any issues around you would definitely be my benefit. After all, I can't have my daughter having any issues now, can I? And what would be the issues, Mom? After all, I'm physically fit, I'm healthier than ever, and I can actually talk back to you. Isn't that what's required by somebody who can, manage finances? I thought you'd be proud of me. Hmm? You think I'd be proud? Proud of what, Mom? Of nothing. After all, you haven't really achieved anything in this time, now have you? Even with you having more of a spine, and definitely an attitude to match. Well, the world will eventually come down and knock you to your feet again, wouldn't it? So, why do you think that you can stand again? Hmm? After all, those who are faithful always have to bow towards somebody greater than themselves. And last I checked, you haven't been following the old type of ways that you were supposed to. Well, the money stopped coming in, so, I couldn't really go over and afford that anymore. Hmm. You would go over and say that you're only devoted to the money? No, I'm only devoted because you forced me to. That's more the answer. You little... Yeah. What's wrong, Mom? Hmm? What's wrong is the fact that you think that you are the right to talk back to me. After all, there are limits to how unfaithful a daughter can be. Really? But well, isn't a mother supposed to go over and earn that? I put a roof over your head. I've kept you safe. I re-educated you on all the things that you need, and especially on what you were lacking. Most mothers would have thrown you away into an orphan system, so I did not, did I? So, tell me again, why do I not own it? Because you were doing, your exact words, re-education. That's kind of a bad word, and without going into details here, because of course you would never do anything illegal, Mom. That's kind of, well, an evil term, right? No, of course, my beautiful saint of a mother would never do something so vile, right? You speak a lot about vileness, but, well, look at you. Showing off your body like that. It's not, well, very Christ-like. You should know better. What did I say? Only speak when spoken to. Little miscreant, adding on towards the arms of my child, leading her astray. Oh, what? She made the choice herself. And other people get into drugs or a type of issue like that. Normally don't do so for their own volition when they're caught in towards such degeneracy. Well, whose fault is it in case they keep going over? Anyone who aids them in such things is a reason why they're still doing it and engaging in such sin. And well, you are now an accomplice, a person that helps them in going over and doing such things, makes them believe such things are right. Look at her. Not even able to defend herself. You. Oh. You think that I'm wrong? Well, after all, the Holy Lord above would never tolerate such a creature like you. Well, of course. It's Adam and Eve, not Pandora and Jasmine, or something of the sort. So, keep yourself away from my lovely little Samantha. After all, from some little details I heard, you are a little bit strapped for cash. If it's money that you're doing for, I can go over and just pay you immediately. Then that little problem can be dealt with. You fucking... No talking, my dear daughter. So, all you have to do is go over and, put on this farce about this relationship with Samantha, and, well, I'll make sure to pay you quite a bit. One lump sum, and then I never see you again. That seems like a reasonable thing. After all, with a startup, well, you'll definitely be able to get inside rune crafting quite well, and with the connections I have, you won't face any issues. If you were to do the opposite, however, you'll have a hard time. So is she really worth it? My loser fucking daughter, my broken one, having had to be remade time and time again to even be able to be passable as a human. Mm. Mm. No words coming out of you. My. And here I thought that you actually had grown a spine. But no, as soon as I go over to our old way of talking, it seems that you still shatter. Hmm. You know, I am happier about that. There's another interruption. What are you trying to do, you fucking miscreant? Oh, you want to go over and spread your damn degeneracy towards my daughter? I'm sorry, I'd rather see her in heaven one day. So, you know, with all the work I put in for her, I'm not letting you drag her to hell. After all, she's a vessel for the angels, not a demon like you. What? Are you gonna try and sue me? Are you gonna try and stand up of some grand design or something? After all, that's not going to work. Besides, all the recording devices here have already been shut off, so there's not really any way that you'll be able to do anything. Your love is equal. Then fine, give me a child. No. Biologically, between you two, no magic involved. After all, while magic is a gift given towards us, well, a child born from that is not as capable. The purity of the soul, after all, only through two bodies being able to mesh themselves together will be able to create such a thing. Any artificiality added towards that, well, I wouldn't really consider that a child, now would I? So, you want to go over and talk about that? You want to go over and spread this degeneracy, corrupt my daughter into this little hellspawn that's before me, having such an attitude, trying to talk back towards her mother. Then, well, I'm only seeing faults. Tell me, what's any good things that she's gotten so far? Pardon. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't expect you to be such a degenerate in front of me. So, oh, she's your woman more than she's my daughter. Ah, fuck off. Have you put in the time? Have you had to fix her when that she couldn't even barely understand others? Have you had to go over and correct her on all the little mistakes and slights that she made by accident towards other business associates and having to clean up those messes? Are you the one that had to go over and help her when she was going over and getting all the type of beatings that she deserved for trying to stand against her betters? I thought not. What? Besides, all those little favors and everything else just vaporize themselves away in the last few months. After all, money speaks louder than any kindness. And well, money is the way to get to heaven, wouldn't you agree? And all that she has now with you is poor, somebody who barely has any type of income, enough to go over and stand by. Well, God is truly going over and stating that you filthy little fucking degenerates don't really deserve his light. So, for what reason do you believe that you can go over and claim my daughter away from me? Yes. Yes, I'm in the middle of something, Jacob. So, all right, I will be leaving these lovely ladies and go forward towards my appointment. I believe that we didn't have anything. Uh, hmm. Ah, Ophelia, what happened inside one of the oil rings? Ah, that would be... I can understand. I'll be there quick. Seems that you got lucky. But next time, you shan't be. I have my eyes on both of you. And I shall save my daughter from your degeneracy. And back into the arms of the Lord. Until then, do not sin any further. Why, you daring to call me? I'm sure you'll have a lovely time the rest of your short career. Look at her go. Stomping away. I wonder if she's gonna damage anything. Oh yeah, she was so angry. It's been a while since I've seen her drop that mask of hers. Oh, the perfect little civility. Whenever you break that little masquerade, this is what you get. A storming little creature that's always trying to bulldoze their way through anything. Honestly, they're more of a beast than me. Anyway, that was surprising. Oh, I didn't expect you to react like that. Um, Apologies, I didn't stand up for myself there. Well, when she started going on her tirade, I felt the need to rip her head off her shoulders. However, I don't want our deal to end just yet, so I had to restrain myself and calm myself down as she was saying such vile things. And by the time I had calmed myself down enough, well, you had already started. I will say, seeing you so angry, trying to take charge like that, well, it was nice. Especially since I recall that you weren't really the type to take charge, even when you were in full control. Hmm. Oh yes, I do recall that I had to guide you to killing me. I recall that quite well, and I had to do so a few times. So, seeing you take charge like that is different. Well, it was just my little hero week for me. Though, in all honesty, that did catch me by surprise. Especially the kiss. Weren't you the one who was more saying that you didn't want that yet? But as soon as the opportunity came up to more shove it in a homophobe's face, well, you did so. So readily. It does make me have to wonder about what type of punishment I'm gonna have to make for you, though. After all, you kissed me without my consent. And, well, it was nice. That wasn't part of the agreement yet. Oh, don't worry, don't worry. I won't come up with something too bad. Anyway, in all seriousness, thank you. That was that was very nice. Nobody but me has ever really stood up to her bullshit before. So, seeing somebody else do that was incredibly sweet, my little hope. And, I know you weren't doing it for me. After all, you probably hate me underneath all those smiles. Hate and fear me. But even if you were more thinking of other people doing it, seeing her face crumble, somebody else call her out, and breaking down that little mask she always wears. That was very nice. I know it wasn't for me, but genuinely thank you. Honestly, that was more pleasurable than just fucking killing her. Uh, mm. No, if kissing is on the table now, and apparently I'm your woman, doesn't that make you mine as well? I look forward to doing certain things with you. Maybe I can make that the punishment. After all, I didn't dislike the kiss, so maybe I can make something equally pleasurable for you, my little hope. Fine. I'll stop joking around, my little murderer. I'll go over and give you your reward for going over and helping a damsel like me. After all, you saved a lonely maiden that couldn't even stand up for herself. So obviously, you truly do deserve your reward this time. Hell, I'll even call her in front of you. That way, you know I'm not leading you into some deep, dark trap. Let me just get her number. I will say, you should be careful though. She is also aware of things same as you. So don't let anything slip, my little murderer. After all, with you putting on that type of show, trying to take control of me, going over and calling me yours, well, it has made me want to go over and make you my bitch even more than before. But well, that's gonna take some time, and I can't do that immediately. After all, a willing bitch is better than anything, so even that's only for one timeline. I better try my best to behave to that point. So really, I look forward to that. So please, don't fuck this up. Well, there she is. 1 second. Hi. I'm so happy you picked up, Brenda. Yeah, it's been a while. Mm-hmm. So, well, let me speak, please. Thank you. So I have a girlfriend now. Yeah, I know, right? She actually just told off, my fucking mom for being homophobic. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she kind of knows how fucking, like, wealthy she is. But, she still did it. I'm so lucky. So, she wanted to get a second account of my backstory, and I thought who better to call than my best friend. I know you've been busy for the last month or two, right? It seemed like you dropped out of nowhere for me. But, you know, I, uh, I want to, you know, have it so that way my best friend is going to meet my girlfriend. That seems nice. Mm-hmm. Um, oh, are you sure you're busy? Hmm. Well, she's also somebody you could talk shop with, maybe. Yeah, she is also going into, I don't remember the name, but that same place where you're both learning runecraft? Yeah, she's here to also learn there. I went to her school yesterday, and I gotta get yelled at for that. But, um, everything's fine. Mhm. Anyway, um, could you meet her? Because she really wants to know, like, how I was growing up and stuff. And you'd be the best person to really talk about that without too much bias. You know how I am, downplaying everything. So, she doesn't really trust my account of things. So, would you be still too busy? You're gonna be available? Yeah. Oh, you could do it today? Man, oh, I'm just guessing you got a text or something to clear things up, right? During this call. All right, Brenda. Um, so, uh, you, my lovely girlfriend, where do you want to meet up with them? Oh, that old coffee shop? Great. Um, I think they can get a private reservation there. Yeah, they're really good on terms with the owner, so it'll only be you two there. Is that okay? I did like told you. Oh, that is? Yeah. All right. When do you want to meet them? Oh, that's really soon. She's gonna have to hurry then. Okay, I'll help her get ready. Bye. It was so nice talking to you again after 2 months. I missed you. Yeah, bye. And there we go. Hmm. I'm pretty sure she ditched me as soon as this next timeline came up. Hence the little gap. She's exactly like you, so please be careful. You got like 10 minutes to get there. So, do you want to have some help packing anything, my beloved? No, you're good? Fine. Let's just, stay here so I don't interrupt your girl time with each other. Bye bye. Oh, you arrived on time. Great. So, can you tell me, why are you hanging around with the beast?